welcome. Today I'm at the North Sea Observatory, which was built in 2018, and it's a purpose-built marine observatory sitting on Chapel Point. My name is Helen Millington, and today I will be talking to you about speaking with charisma and non-verbal communication techniques. So making your voice interesting to your audience is essential, particularly when you are trying to sell something or you are in front of a customer or another business. And we achieve this by using alterations in pitch, and that's where your voice travels through the different notes. Pace, so that's how fast we use our voices and how quickly we speak. Pause, which speaks for itself. Power, which we talked about creating earlier. And inflection, and that's the way we move through different phrases and sounds. And all of these things will help you to have an interesting and impactful voice. And try not to use filler words such as like, so, well, you know. Very, very difficult not to use those, but if you can, that really helps. Be clear in your voice and use appropriate volume. Obviously, it's different if you're sat with a friend chatting in a cafe to speaking to an audience of 2,000 people in a lecture hall. Be confident and friendly. Again, easier said than done, but if you can come across as approachable, then people will want to engage with you in your business. And engaging with that audience is key. And we can do that through making eye contact and inviting responses, so ask a lot of questions. So the main types of non-verbal communication are things like facial expression, making sure that we're conveying our message using our faces, and gesture. Paralinguistics, now that is the use of loudness or tone of voice. Body language, including proxemics, and that means how close we are to somebody. Eye gaze or eye contact. Haptics, which refers to the touch, whether or not you reach out and touch somebody. So your appearance is very important as well, obviously, how you come across, and any artifacts you might have. So that refers to if you're holding a pen or your glasses in your hands. Facial expression is obviously so important, so you don't want to come into a room with a scowl or a frown on your face. Try and keep your face soft and neutral, preferably in a small smile, and also gestures. So I use quite a lot of hand gestures. It's really nice just to invite people in, but make sure your hand gestures are open hand gestures, such as this, not closed ones like this. So paralinguistics, which is also known as vocalics, is a component of meta-communication, which sounds very complicated, but in fact it just means that the meaning is modified depending on how you pronounce something. It gives nuanced meaning, or it can convey emotions by using techniques such as prosody, pitch, volume, intonation, that sort of thing. So prosody, as I just mentioned, is concerned with the elements of speech that are not individual phonetic segments, but which are properties of syllables and larger units of speech, including linguistic functions such as intonation and stress and rhythm. And those elements are known as suprasegmentals. So you might find when you're speaking that you adopt a certain set of suprasegmentals when talking to, say, for instance, a baby or a pet. So you might employ a different vocal quality, a higher pitch register, and adopt a tongue posture which is higher and more forwards in the mouth, creating a softer sound. For instance, if you say, "Hello, little doggy," that's what we're talking about. And body language or non-verbal cues. These include things such as eye contact, your posture, your positioning in relation to the other person, and your proximity, how close you get. Whether you fidget whether you touch yourself or the other person, fiddle with your hair. And physiological changes such as sweating and blushing, and how attentive you are to the other person and you show them respect when you're listening to them. The final thing is rhythm and timing and the meter of the voice. Meter means the beats that we have in a line. So we use rhythm and changes in pitch, and that will bring musicality to your voice, making it really pleasing to the listener. And getting your timing right will make your speech appear confident and really purposeful. And that's really important when you're talking to clients. And using the meter of the language, the rhythm, the beats in a line, if you use that intelligently, that will add gravity to your speech and will incite trust from your audience. Shakespeare was a big fan of meter. In fact, he wrote all of his plays using something called iambic pentameter. And we can hear that in his speech patterns. We can hear those beats in a line. Is this a dagger which I see before me? It has meter, it has rhythm, and that's what we want to achieve in our speech. So that concludes our session on speaking with charisma, and in our next session I'll be talking to you about protecting your voice.